I done took notes on
All right,
everything
we
that
live.
transpired.
We live right now, bro.
We like to welcome you to Black
I said we live right now.
USA.News. We got Brother Sadiq on the line. How you doing, Brother Sadiq?
So, most importantly,
Hey,
right?
what's going on, Donnie? Hey,
So,
bro, hold up. I say he introducing us, yo.
Okay.
so we got Brother Sadiq here, and the conversation has to do with behind the walls. What's going on inside America's prisons right now as we speak? Brother Sadiq, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing marvelous compared to some people. You know what I'm saying?
So we want to talk about what's going on behind these walls. Tell me about it.
Oh man, I got my brother right now. He's in behind the wall, and we trying to really get some type of movement behind the prison, like prison reform, the pre-trial, the way that the system right now is treating pre-trial status per like COVID. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. I'm on a phone call. Hold on, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the phone right now, bro. I love you. I'll be done in a little bit. Cousin house already. Excuse me about that, Don.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I say, but as far as with the pre-trial status and the COVID pandemic, they like really forgetting that those that's in there are human. You know what I mean? They pushing the dates back. Like my brother, like he on the phone right now. He been in there almost 3 years since 2018, and he hasn't been tried, convicted of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you on?
Yeah, well, let me properly
Jamal, how you doing?
everybody. I'm Jamal Norton. JAMALNORTON. I've been incarcerated since August the 29th of 2018 on allegations. And I've been going through a lot of medical issues. I've been going through a lot of pretrial legal issues. I try to bring it to attorneys' attention. I try to bring it to the institutions' attention. I try to bring it to judges' attention. I try to bring it to psychiatrists, mental health doctors' attention. And I've been getting ignored. Like I ain't been getting anything, like no relief at all. I've just been getting ignored. But it seems like the only reason I'm really getting ignored because sitting for so long, the whole duration of my incarceration, sitting for so long, I done seen certain individuals not get ignored. Mostly white individuals or individuals that's not colored. But I've been saying, and this is something I've been saying for years, not just the 3 years. I've been sitting right now for these charges, but at the end of the day, for years, I've been witnessing and saying it. And remaining. It's expensive for me and my family to be sitting incarcerated for so long, knowing I got to keep a contract. I'm trying to be an active father from a jail. So I got a car. It cost a car. It's been a pandemic for a year plus right now. So they got video visits, got to pay for video visits. So it's costly to try to stay and be a productive father because I'm good right now. I got sons, 3 sons, and a daughter. 2 12-year-olds, a 10-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So at the end of the day, it's so much I'm going through. My mental health, it ain't in a good state. Like my mind closing in on a daily basis. I got dental issues, institution not even giving no type of attention to at all. Just the entire duration of my time. It's like I'm suffering, it's like I'm being tortured at the end of the day, and it's hard.
Don, he probably gonna call back.
I understand.
I can attest to everything that he was speaking to because I was there with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I met him at. But I recently, returned to society, to the so-called free world or whatever. But I've been keeping in contact with him because I know what he's going through.
Yes.
So I've been trying to call his lawyer, call his family members, you know what I mean? And I could see the change in him, how his behavior is really like and his thinking is kind of like deteriorating a little bit because they told me can't even go to the library. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want us to be able to send books in. But you just want somebody to sit on that chair and just decay. You know what I mean? That's all they want you to do, sit there and decay and expect you just to sit there and listen to the orders, take orders. You know what I'm saying? So I've been I've been going in and out for a while now. So I've been around far as within the facilities, and I kind of know as what's really going on in there, far as how to live and how to survive in there. You know, so it's like because we don't really have a lot of advocates on the outside, it's like our cries don't be heard. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, then it's like, all right, we got a place for you. We're gonna send you to solitary. You know what I mean? We're gonna put you in there. Like as if I'm really doing something wrong when I'm just really telling y'all what I'm going through. And because when I try to do it the right way, whether it's the formal grievance, writing the grievance, letting them know what's going on, there still be no relief. They'll come to you, oh yeah, we gonna talk to them, or we talking about them. Just don't do nothing. You know what I mean? It don't be no relief. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else getting relief right now. You know what I mean? COVID, the Congress giving everybody relief right now. Shit, they need to give us some relief. You know what I mean? The dudes in there, give them some type of relief. For real, it's hard in there, especially when you, like I say, it's pre-trial, which is different from post, you know what I mean, post-conviction. It's two difference. And the person that's in post-conviction status shouldn't be treated better than the one that's in pre-trial status. It doesn't make no sense. But that's how it is. It's like it causes you to want to cop out so I can go to the real jail. You know what I mean? Let's
Wow.
hurry up and get this over. You know, they offer you the
Wow.
deal. They gonna come at you with a deal because they always do. They want to barter and negotiate. And because of what you're going through, it's like, man, I'm just trying to get out of this joint. Once they doing
Wow.
that up there, oh yeah, they going to the yard, oh, they getting the Skype visits or whatever the case may be. You try to figure out a way of, man, I got to get up out of here. I need to go up the road. Send me up the road. It's easy to do that. It's harder to really sit there 3 years and try to plead your innocence. They looking at you like you crazy. Like, why don't you just take the deal? The lawyers, why don't you just take the deal? It's a good deal. Come on, man, ain't trying to take no deal. Trying to go home to my family. You know what I'm saying?
Another important situation, like I see the news talk about these doctors and scientists. They come up with these terms like COVID fatigue. So people on the outside in society, mental health issue is becoming more worse because of a pandemic. So I'm trying to figure out if they could become COVID fatigue in society with more resources. What do they think I'm becoming? What do they think my COVID fatigue, the level and degree is at?
Through the roof.
At the end of the day, it puts you in a mind state. Like sometimes I didn't contemplate it and argue with my children, mothers, family members. Like, look, I'm coming to a point that I don't even want to be here no more. And for me to feel that way due to my situation, feeling like I don't want to be here no more, and my kids will have to suffer not having a father because I feel like I'm being tortured to a degree that I'm not even hearing. I ain't got no hope. All my hope and everything ran out. I done tried the religion, I done tried the walking on faith, but none of it works. None of it brings certain action or certain attention. So it's like at the end of the day, not to disrespect any religions or anybody's faith. That's just how I feel in my situation. And I hear about, when a white person commit a crime, they say, oh, well, he done this because of his mental mind state. Oh, his father left when he was 6 years old. Oh, his mother hit him. I've been abused all my life as a child. My father been incarcerated my whole entire duration as a child. I met him when I was 13, then he died when I was like 18. And I barely know. Period. Been in and out of foster care. You know what I mean? I've been part of the state, in and out of foster care, the medications, whatever they want to call it, crack baby, all that shit. Living with this aunt, living with that uncle, living with that aunt, been homeless. I done been everything. So what the fuck do they think? Excuse my language. What do they think my mental mind state at the age of 32 now after I done endured all of this grief, all of this strife, all of this pain, all of this frustration? Where do you think my mental mind state at? If y'all could justify y'all own people mental mind state that's creating heinous, that's committing heinous crimes, shooting up markets, shooting up spies, shooting up warehouses, they shooting up everything. If y'all could justify a list, if y'all could justify a president or affiliated with certain extremist groups and him saying, stand, all that. If y'all could justify all that, I'm trying to figure out what do I get? What support do I get? He got to put it on the fact that his constitutional rights was violated, and the whole America saying the ignorance and saying the disrespect from him saying dead soldiers was weak and cowards, from him saying, oh, stand down, Proud Boys, stand down and stand back, and then Capitol riots. The same people he telling stand down and stand, they present. But if that was a black man telling another black man over social media, yo, stand down, he was been arrested for conspiracy to murder.
Oh, man.
So at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out how everybody turning a blind eye to the most obvious is disrespectful. It's not only disrespectful at the end of the day. We suffering on a whole nother level. Y'all breaking into houses. Y'all not. These are not lawful searches. These are when they these bogus warrant signs and all this on or people, kid mothers gotta pay the fees of these rental properties. They getting sued by the rental property because the police felt as though they had to blow windows and doors off when they could have just knocked. The same force they use when they go get these white people. Y'all shoot black people who with no weapon. White people have a weapon in his hand. Y'all bring them in one piece. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm trying to see how everybody turning a blind eye to the most obvious. I'm suffering on a level that's just it ain't even. It's just inhumane. It's just, and I done told everybody from my family. I done spoke to the doctors in here. I done damn near told the doctors I ain't even want to be here no more. I ain't even on suicide watch. So it's like they waiting for me to just kill myself. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, they disregard like my actual life. Oh, what's going on? Like, they just looking at me like I'm bullshit. They think I'm bullshit. It's like he gonna have to prove it to us. But a white man, all he gotta do is say, I can't get no sleep. I can't get no sleep. I'm on a section with a white individual. He said, I can't get no sleep. They provide all the proper medications for him. He talked to all the doctors and all that. I go up there and tell them I'm going to do this and the third and blah, 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 and just keep on going. And they just take their ass off, man. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, I'll just see you in a few weeks. Yeah, we can go.
Tell us how that you
I'm like, what? So I'm just trying to figure out me as a Native American, African American. I ain't completely African American. I got Native American in me. So at the end of the day, yeah, but I'm colored at the end of the day. And their category, I'm colored. Period. They gonna look at me as an African American. Period. I'm colored. But I'm proud to be me. It ain't like I'm saying like I'm not proud to be me. I'm proud of whoever I am. Colored or not, I'm proud to be me. As far as my race. But right now, at this point in life, it's nothing to be proud about. It's nothing to be content about. I'm trying to really hold on a daily basis. I'm on like pins and needles. Like, I don't even know what to do. I be coming and going on a daily basis. It's hard to keep a functional relationship and talk to my sons because I'm running out of things to say. They hit puberty. They 12 years old. They ask me questions. I've been gone so long. They ask me questions. They was there when I was taken away. You had certain law enforcement agencies waving rifles at 9-year-olds' faces. Like they waving rifles at them like they not children. Like they harmful. They ain't had nothing but a game controller in the palm of their hands, but they waving rifles at them as if they had some type of weapon on them or something. Like this was really going on. Like I'm a victim of everything the people talking about, everything whoever advocating about the things they claiming they want to change. Then you got Biden tell Black America, or whatever you want to call it, colored America, oh yeah, I appreciate y'all votes. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Ain't do nothing yet. Ain't do nothing yet. It ain't no attention been brought to it yet. I don't even think nobody investigated it. They didn't even start with an investigation yet, period. At all. But I ain't even trying to bad talk him because it's a process with everything. But at the end of the day, I'm just telling you what I have been saying. I'm still suffering. And I'm one of the few who shouldn't be suffering. But I'm suffering. And being punished to a degree that I just feel like, it's no need for me to even be here. I got to get strange, like, men that don't even know me, other inmates or guys that's being held to try to bring ease and look, man, don't do that, or don't make that decision, or don't do that. And it's like I'm coming and going on a daily basis. And you got a lot of mothers, single mothers that's out on the streets. You got a lot of mothers that got sons that's incarcerated. It's a lot of uncles in here, cousins, brothers, nephews, grandsons going through what I'm going through. So it ain't only affecting me, it's affecting them too. When they got to send their money, when they can't work, and they got to send money to make sure I'm eating properly, because I don't trust the food that I'm being fed, because it's outdated. It got a sour taste to it. I'm being fed cold food that's supposed to be hot. So now they got to try to accommodate me and support me, and it's hurting them, because they ain't even always got it. So it's either I'm going to suffer and eat the trash that they feed us, the cancerous processed food that they feed us. Even if I ask for a certain diet, I ain't even getting the diet I asked for. The diet I'm supposed to get due to my medical situation, I don't even get it. So it's a lose-lose situation all the way around the board. But everybody just turning a blind eye to it on a daily basis, but they making trillions of dollars off of me. Off the individuals that I'm going through, they making trillions of dollars, trillions. It ain't getting put back into not where I'm from. I done watched my neighborhood just like go down. I don't know no rec centers. I'm from East Baltimore. I don't know no open rec centers right now. We used to have power centers. You know what I mean? Patterson Park, Bocheck, Canton. We had power centers, Boys and Girls Club. I don't see none of that stuff open anymore. But they keep telling me I'm a bad guy because of certain allegations pending against me. But I don't know what these people talking about at all. I don't see how they've been so judgmental. I don't even see how the same way they can investigate black people to the degree of we think they're in a gang. We think they have a drug crew or whatever the case is. I don't see how you can't investigate a 70-year-old judge. If the judge 70 years old and he's been through the Reconstruction, 9 times out of 10, that judge, father or mother was part of the Klan. And they probably still got hatred in them towards black people. But that's what the Supreme Court filled with. The Supreme Court, circuit courts, district courts, they full of people that's 50, 55 years old, 60 years old, these judges. But nobody never took their time to stop and think that, oh, you know what? This judge was around when black senior citizens, black women and men was getting rocks thrown at them, getting beat up, getting canines sitting on them, and hung, or like they came up, or the people who raised them probably participated in it. So they probably the same judges that got that same ill intent and hatred towards them. But they act like they like us because they work with a few black people in the office. So the black people say, oh, there's no racism there. Oh, no, he is not racist. What makes you think he's not racist? Y'all said Trump was racist black, but he worked with black people. He didn't pardon black people. but a lot of people know how he really feels because he supports extremist groups, people who hate black people. But if I was to support a blood gang or a Crip gang or a BTF gang, or if I would support an MS-13, I would be a complete criminal. Or I would be connected and affiliated to some type of criminal enterprise or some type of federal RICO law. But they don't call these extremists, they call them groups, they don't call them gangs. They play with the words so they ain't got to go investigating them and kicking their doors down and tearing up their neighborhoods and locking them up. But they come in neighborhoods like mine where people minding their business and sit around and put a camera on every other corner, put a bar on every other corner. Within a mile radius, it'd be 4 bars. And they want to know why everything the way it is. You got Brandon Scott, everybody faking like they don't really know what's really going on. You talking about repeated offenders, we know the system built 100% against us. Even when we don't want to be a repeated offender, we going to be a repeated offender because they know the moment we branded a felon, all they got to do is just arrest us. It could be a complete lie, just an allegation. We're going to be a repeated offender, though. This is what y'all targeting, a repeated offenders. But you got thousands of criminals out there that never even seen the system, and they white, and a lot of them in office. If I was to get wrongly convicted, I would years of my life would be taken away. I would have to come back on appeal. Years of my life that I can't get back. The judge not going to do a day for wrongly, it should be a crime for wrongly convicting a person for not properly investigating and giving me the proper due process and due diligence. It should be a crime. If you study and you're an expert at this and you got people's lives in your hand, like if I was a doctor and I was doing surgery on your heart and I did the wrong surgery and you died and the hospital was sued, it should be a crime for a judge or a prosecutor to wrongly convict somebody. They should do jail time also. Because the rule of law is nobody's above the law. Everybody must follow the law, even the leaders of the law. But they never go to jail.
Is a practice.
So we're talking with Brother Jamal. He's behind the walls, and Brother Sadiq is holding the phone.
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, they never go to jail, though. You got the Central Park 5 dudes. I'm going to talk about Baltimore City. I was just in court January of last year. I watched the Harlem Park dudes that get exonerated. I was in court with a ransom. The dude Ransom, last name Ransom, I forget the other dude's name. They done 36 years of their life, and they found out 36 years later that these guys was innocent. That's 36 years. That's like they murdered them guys mentally in court, and they ain't going to do a day for it. They're going to compensate them with money that's not even going to be enjoyable because they got an age.
Look like we froze up there.
Because of the food they was eating and had to fight. And they not going to do a day. That should be a criminal act. That's the most recent. And you still got certain places in America.
No, go ahead. Keep on in.
You still got certain places in America dudes getting exonerated. Ronnie Long, I watched that Ronnie Long, or whatever the case is. Innocent guys. But they, if you ask the court systems at that given moment, they knew for a fact he was guilty. But 36 years later, they figured it out that he was innocent. So that means something ain't perfect. Something ain't right here. Like everybody else saying, the Ben Crumps and the Al Sharp and everybody else who want to make the statement of American criminal justice system should be on trial. All the judges, they should have, that's my grandfather. He probably was raised in a hateful environment. He probably was raised to hate me, and he probably got into that business of the public pretender, state's attorney. He probably got into all this with ill intentions, not to help, but to hurt and harm more colored people. So it's like slavery never, ever ended. Because I'm trying to figure out where we getting justice at. We ain't getting no justice. Everybody keep complaining about it, but always flew. They say Doug's the first white cop that got convicted out of a. Got convicted. People making these statistics, that's just what they say. Out of 143 cops that was charged with manslaughter, only 40 of them got like what? That don't even make sense. I watched a homeboy of mine get 2018. He got beat up by an officer. That officer was only convicted to 9 months, and that was a brutal assault. He brutally assaulted my homeboy, and he got 9 months. But if my homeboy was to brutally assault somebody else, he would have got 9 years. First time felon and all that, he would have got 9 years.
Damn, this joint went off. I had to come in the house.
Okay. So sum it up for us, Sadiq. How do you think we did? What is the message you want to convey to the people?
Man, we just trying to bring some attention to some of the situations that some people going through. You know, that I mean, I believe it can be fixed. You know, I believe that the things that's going on in there can be fixed. You know what I mean? But it's going to take a lot of, I guess that is the term, reconstruction. You know what I mean? You got to do some reconstruction on how you doing things. Because I ain't going to say, I don't advocate that everybody should just be released out. No. But due to that individual and their situation, they should be receiving some type of, I guess it would be rehabilitation. You know what I mean? Something that's really helping, that's just not hurting and tearing down. Because it's not really like me. I'm just coming home. It wasn't really too much services for me. I'm still struggling, you know what I mean? But for how much time I gave them, I should be getting a lot more help than this. You know what I mean? Really. Because it's a lot to readjust back into society, especially after experiencing that, going through that, because that's trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. You know what I mean? They don't want you to speak to nobody. They don't, and when you do speak to somebody, it's somebody that really can't help. They there suffering like you. You know what I mean? And we just trying to lend a hand to each other, but we all in a fucked up situation. Excuse my language. We all be, you know what I mean? Everybody in there going through something. So some days you wake up and you don't feel like nothing. You don't feel like nobody nonsense. You know what I mean? So you be on the edge. So now they want to think, oh, that's why you locked up. That ain't why I'm locked up. I'm locked up over this, you know what I'm saying, this allegation that got me locked up. But no, the attitude is because of what I'm going through.
And so a very important point is how
I ain't seen too many people in my 32 years just wake up and come out their house on some super angry shit. You gotta sue. Everybody ain't perfect. You gotta sue, but I ain't really saying it. There's a lot of loving people where I'm from. My mother was a loving woman. Grandmother was, and people that raised me was loving women. But I've seen things that they were going through trying to raise me and raise my cousins and my brothers and my sisters, gave them attitudes. Being underpaid at jobs and trying to provide, being a single mother, because my father's sitting on some frivolous stuff. Yeah, I seen that gave her an attitude and put some type of resentment in her. You're right. Same thing I'm going through with my kids' mother right now. They don't like me just because I'm like them, and I'm a great father, and they don't like me. Right now, our relationship is hard to co-parent from here because it's like, well, you locked back up. And I'm tired of dealing with it. So now it's like, well, you can just see your child when you come home. So now me being a father, a loving father, and an active father, now I can't even see my child. Now I'm being punished on a whole nother different level. So I'm being punished in so many different aspects. I can't even, it's hard to even stay, like, mentally stable. I can't talk to my son. I can't see my son. I can't talk to my daughter. I can't see my daughter. I'm being punished by the state. I'm being punished by family members. I'm being punished by my children's mothers. Like at the end of the day, I don't think I've done anything to deserve this. I've seen people who've done far more worse than me get less punishment and treatment than this. Way less. Way entirely less. I think it's a bit much extreme. I don't care about how they created the sentencing matrix. That sentencing matrix is really only towards African Americans. For first time convicted, second time convicted, for repeated, man, it only applies to African Americans because there's white guys in here right now that been locked up their third time for a violent crime, assault. Their third time for assault. And they still getting less time than what they're trying to offer me for something I ain't even had. We ain't gonna get into the facts of all that. I'm gonna just let you know, I've seen plenty of white males come through here and get less time, and they repeated offenders, violent offenders.
Hold on.
Let me rephrase that. They repeated violent offenders. I've never been convicted of a violent crime. But with black people, what they do is they play the whole word game. Well, you've been locked up for a manufactured drug. That's violent. What? What? I've been locked up for a manufactured drug. Y'all consider that violent. I got a violent history. What about the white boy who's been locked up for assaulting, physically assaulting someone? That's violent. I'm not glorifying the drug situation and the crisis going on out there with the distribution. I ain't glorifying that at all. I disagree with it. But at the end of the day, the same medicines the government giving people, how about everybody just Google them and see the symptoms? One pill for depression might give you 14 symptoms. Some of them symptoms are deadly symptoms. It might make you more aggressive. It might make you sleep too much. It might make you gain weight, but it's unhealthy. So at the end of the day, they getting paid off of giving you something that's not healthy or killing you. And they mad because somebody voluntarily buying heroin or voluntarily. Y'all educated, you should take Tylenol. We ain't promoting nobody to come take no cocaine or do heroin. We not promoting that. Let alone we not the one bringing the opiates here. Like everybody know how it started. Everybody know the DEA. Anybody who know the DEA brought the cocaine here. Everybody know. No black man went to another country and went and picked up no coca leaves or no poppy seeds. No black man does it. We don't care about the Frank Lucas story. We don't care about none of that. It was done by the government first. So like at the end of the day, we trying to figure out why they keep trying to make it seem like we the root of the problem. Well, we not the root of the problem. All these government officials, they trying to target Marilyn Mosby. I don't want to get into that situation, but they talking about it enough anyway. They trying to target Marilyn Mosby. It sounds like they trying to target her because this, you're not going to use our platform to try to help your people. We support white supremacy, not Negro supremacy. That's what it sounds like to me. Because there's plenty of white officials that they should be investigating that got some type of foul play going on there, like touching women, having sex with underage girls. But to me, it looks like they striving fine. But y'all keep talking about Marilyn Mosby, Nick Mosby, y'all worrying about what trip they took. To be honest, they shouldn't even have to report a trip. They American. Why they gotta report a trip? They American. But I ain't gonna get into all that. But it sounds like they talking to her because she don't want to prosecute. She got to talk about the statistics about the marijuana rate. Oh, y'all convicted black males at this rate with marijuana, but blah, blah, blah. But y'all getting paid to legalize it. I don't want to do this. I'm going to target the cops that killed Freddie Gray. The gun task force. Oh, you know what, man? You're not going to use our platform or our system to help your Negroes out. You want to stay in your position and do what you're told to do or whatever agenda. Look, you know the system. You knew the system before you got here. You knew it was unjust. You knew it was racism involved. You knew it was biases involved. But you're not going to sit here and advocate for your kind. Before you advocate for your kind, we're going to get you out of here one way or another. We don't care what we got to bring up. If you putting your shoes on the wrong feet, we're going to bring that up. That's what it sounds like going on to me. I ain't the smartest. I ain't the dumbest either. I'm saying I've been incarcerated since 2018. All I got to do, all I can do is look at the news every day and read. That's all I can do. I ain't got nothing else to do. They don't take a genius to know this.
Well, you certainly have made your voice heard here
Talking like
tonight.
that, he don't have any mental issues. I've been to court. I sat in the bullpen in Mitchell Courthouse. I sat in the bullpen and talked to individuals from Clifton T. Perkins, from Shepherd Pratt, and from different mental institutions. Some of them dudes were smarter than me. They was telling me information I never knew myself. I was learning from them. So I had to think to myself, like, that's bullshit. But this how they manipulate. This how they manipulate to keep us under. This how they manipulate so they can continue to degrade us and capitalize off of it. That's what this has been going on for decades, for centuries. All the way back to the Emmett Till case. Like, what? Like, y'all serious? If y'all just convicted Derek Chauvin, you should go convict the same officer that killed Aaron Gardner. Y'all should open that case back up the same way y'all reopen cases with black people. You reinvestigate. Oh, we gotta reinvestigate that and thoroughly investigate that. We're gonna open that back up. Y'all still some cases from white women that died 35 years ago, but I know a lot of black women that y'all don't even talk about no more. I don't hear black faces popping up. Oh, we finally solved the case, because y'all don't give a fuck. That's excuse my language, but that's the real reason. However y'all play with all the intelligent words that y'all went to college and learned, and all that, y'all try to manipulate it and make it sound good to somebody that's ignorant or don't know any better. I'm saying that's y'all. That's for them to be fooled. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of like waking up. You got dudes like Mike Nice, Doug Glover. They sit on certain platforms and they talk about certain things that thousands of people hear. But y'all gonna give us too large of a platform to really speak on. And if y'all do, y'all in control of everything anyway. So all the media, all the magazines, y'all in control of everything, like y'all been in control of everything, because y'all created the system. All the constitutional rights, black people wasn't even part of the Constitution. My lawyer told me last week, I told my lawyer, she's a Jew. I know she's going to be mad at me if she hears this, but Andrea Dukowski, I told her the Constitution and the amendments don't apply to me because I'm African American. She told me, oh, don't say that. Of course they apply to you. Oh, really? Oh, really? They apply to me. Really? The Constitution apply to me. Freedom of speech apply to me. The Fourth Amendment, ban shape in my place and no unreasonable search, all apply to me. The Eighth Amendment apply to me. The 13th Amendment and 14th Amendment apply to me. No, they don't. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm experiencing it right now. None of it applies to me. And I'm colored. But if I'd have been a little brighter and the right complexion for the connection, I'd be getting some justice. But it ain't going to happen that way. I'm going to have to suffer and go through whatever loops and go through whatever hell I got to go through just to get a little bit further. Still ain't going to be nowhere at the end of the day. And it's sad. I just want more people. All the taxpayers, they manipulate the taxpayers. Your taxpaying dollars is paying for this. Your taxpaying dollars is paying for that. Like, what? Are you serious? You could chop down a tree and print out $1 trillion off of one tree. So whenever y'all want to build a new jail and chop down 100 trees, y'all just printing out trillions and trillions of dollars. Whenever y'all want to build a new jail instead of building a mental health facility for everybody that's going through mental health situations or the opiate crisis, instead of building that, y'all build a jail. So all those acres y'all use and all the land y'all use to build a jail.
Hey, bro. You hear me? Hey, bro. I say, I forgot to tell you. I said, when I've been riding around, what I've been seeing lately, those them drug treatment programs, I'm starting to see a lot of them. But they don't be trying to let us go to them.
Man,
I've been seeing a whole lot. They even got commercials now.
Listen, I'm going to tell you like this, bro. This is how I've been looking at the courtroom. I've been courtroom at this type of, the prosecutor, the judge, district attorney, whoever you want to name, part of a lynch mob. And this is what the lynch mob did in lynching days. A few black people might make it past them, but majority going to get lynched. That's why they was labeled lynch mobs. A few of us might make it through the courtroom system, but their main objective and motive is to lynch us by all means. Give us the most extreme sentencing. Like they're talking about this dude Doug Show. They undercharge him. They undercharge ladies with the Dante Wright. Why? I'm trying to figure out how do you get recorded committing a crime and still get charged with second degree instead of first degree? And they won't have no recording of an African American. They will just have allegations, he say, she say, and charge him in the first degree. And he be facing life.
Yeah.
But they giving these people a chance.
With a no bail.
They giving these people a chance. They giving these people a chance to see the daylight again. But all African Americans ain't no hope. But the first thing they say, Doug Chauvin on suicide watch. But they want us to, when we get locked up, they tell us, just be strong. It'll be okay, just be strong. I see he can't be strong. He was strong when he settled on George Floyd death for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. It was enough strength for him to, after that dude, the witness told him, look, dude, look, you shouldn't be doing that. You hugged us, you enjoying that. Now he on suicide watch. Now he contemplating suicide. You serious? You serious? Why they don't put him in population and treat him regular, like a regular citizen? But he entitled to all these immunities, though. Shit, wow, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just trying to figure out. I tell my lawyer, I don't think I'm going to get no justice. I don't want to go to trial. He said they could proceed with trial without you. Yeah. My other lawyer, not Andrea DeKelsey, but Kenneth Ravenel told me that they could proceed with trial without you. I thought the only way you could get convicted is from fair trial. Judge, trial, or jury, by judge or jury. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. I didn't know they could proceed without you.
Yeah, that was my first time hearing it.
If I ain't mentally stable to a trial, or if I don't think it's going to be fair, they can do whatever they want in their power when something's not fair. They can do whatever they want. No matter what it is, they can do whatever they want. Kill people, say whatever they want, do whatever they want. Whatever you can think of, they can do it when they feel as though something's not fair. But when I feel as though something's not fair, they can postpone my court dates until 2025 if they want. Because they going to make good cars, or they going to use the pandemic for an excuse. They can do whatever they want. But when I say, listen, I don't think I'm going to get a fair trial. I've been treated this way and that way, and et cetera. And this was, the law was disregarded when my lawyer was fighting for me, or we had like, yeah, oh, well, we don't care if you think you're going to get a fair trial. And you know what? We can just proceed without you and still do what we want to do with you. Is America a democracy? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. They might as well send me the fuck over there to one of them old other countries. Like, I'm lost. Just put me out the country. Don't even send me to jail. Put me out the country. If y'all say this is the land of the free, not for a man like me. Put me out the country and send me somewhere else. I'd rather deal with them conditions than deal with somewhere I'm supposed to be entitled to pursue a happiness, life, and liberty, and all this fancy shit they say in the Constitution that I'm not really entitled to. It's like y'all lied to me. I've been a prisoner since birth.
I believe that.
I've been a prisoner since birth. From the housing and the zoning, the way that y'all do the zoning with the houses and all that, then they all the lead paint poison. Like, I'm a victim of lead paint poisoning and Kennedy Krieger Institute and all the shit I went through as a child. And everything else I explained earlier with the foster care and all that shit. Like, what? I've been a prisoner since birth.
So Sadiq, we're gonna wrap this up. Sadiq.
Hey, bro. I say you getting ready to wrap it up. Go ahead and wrap it up. Say what you gonna say. Wrap it up.
Yeah, at the end of the day, just wake up. Anybody who's willing to step forward, I've seen everybody protest for everything. Anybody who's willing to step forward and got any type of understanding or compassion or regard for humanity, support. Just support. I ain't asking for nobody to help me in no legal sense. I'm a human though. My human rights. I'm just asking for some understanding and my human rights. At the end of the day, I don't want no money from anybody. I ain't looking for no type of funds, no nothing. I'm just looking for some type of understanding, or you can put it. It's too much on my mind to even put it. You can better articulate it for me, bro. But we just looking for support.
Yeah, some advocacy. Some people just to look into some of those conditions, man. For real.
The conditions, the way that I'm paying
the system,
$1 for
all
a
that.
noodle. I'm paying $1 for a noodle that's like 17 cents. It's like extortion. It should be criminal. They know I can't work. I can't work and provide for myself. So I gotta get my family to send me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
I appreciate you, Donnie, for giving me the opportunity to speak up, and I appreciate everybody who understands, who gonna hear this, who understands. I'm just asking everybody to, if you got any compassion in your heart and understanding, to step forward and support. Support what's going on. Any ex-offenders who just came home, step forward. Support. Black lives do not matter in court. That's that.
That's facts.
Black lives don't matter in court. That's that. That's fine. I appreciate y'all. I love you, bro. Appreciate you, Don.
All right, hit me back later, yo. Tomorrow morning.
So the phones go off at 10:30.
I know. Hit me in the morning. Whenever you come out, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Sadiq, let's get some final words, some final thoughts from you, big bro.
Hey, Donnie, I appreciate you, man, because you made that happen real quick. You know what I mean? We called, yeah, he been mentioning your name. I supposed to call you this morning. He told me, man, did you call him yet? Did you call him yet? So he finally called me and was like, man, call him right now on the other phone. So I called you, and that's how I made the link, man.
I hope I didn't disappoint you.
Say it again.
I hope I did not disappoint you.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. Now we just gotta keep the link, keep the connection, and try to see if we get some type of movement going or something.
I wanted to say this to you, that all the time we talk about how Black people make up 13% of the population, but we make up, America has, what, 5% of the world's inmates.
That's a lot.
5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's inmates. 1 out of every 4 inmates on planet Earth is right here in America, and it's starring me, you, and brother Riz there, brother Jamal. It's starring the Black man. The Black man, number 1, and the Black woman is the fastest growing demographic. And so it is important that we know about this and be aware. And like he said, show support.
Yeah, we definitely need it. Definitely need that, because a lot of things that they doing is because nobody really, I guess you would say, police and corrections. You know what I mean? Because that's the Department of Corrections. Every county or whatever the state, they have that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not really nobody that's really watching what's going on in corrections and whether they really even correcting anything. Because I believe that it actually makes people worse going through that department.
So the point of this whole clip was that he's been in pre-trial. Can you just explain that for me one more time?
Yeah, he's been in pre-trial since September 2018. And like they keep postponing the case. First it was, I guess they couldn't get in contact with the person. Then the pandemic hit, the COVID hit. So due to COVID, they closed all the courtrooms. They was doing no jury trials. So it's been keep going further and further and further. But that facility that he's housed in is not built for that. For somebody to be in there 3 years, that's a long time to be in a detention center. It's not built for that. And then they want to treat you like you guilty. They're not just holding you so you won't hurt nobody or harm nobody. They holding you there as really a prisoner, like you being punished for the allegation. You getting treated badly or being dealt with because of this allegation.
Have you seen innocent people in this situation? People who are not in no way guilty, but they still caught up?
Man, I know a brother who caught, what they caught like 50 years in something that he didn't even do. I done seen that. I know dudes personally. I'll give you they ID number and everything that's sitting in there for a murder that they didn't even commit, wasn't even there. So I hope that answers your question. That's real. That's real. That's definitely what's going on.
And for someone, say they had no criminal background and they get caught up, they could be locked up for a year, 2 years, 3 years with no criminal record.
With no trial yet. Keep postponing it. You can be sitting there. And the lawyer might tell you that, yeah, we're going to be to that trial. Yeah, you don't got nothing to worry about. But I can't get you no bail. You're going to sit. You know what I mean? But we going to be to that trial. But you sitting. In that process of you sitting, they're going to come and offer you a deal. Well, if you plead guilty, we can bump the case up, get you out of there and get you up out the jail. So you like, wow, damn, I can go home. I can get out of here. Because once you get to the system, now you're working with a number. So you can kind of figure out how much time you're going to do, how much time they'll knock off. You can start to calculate the diminution credits. But beforehand, without a number, and you being told you can beat it, you know what I'm saying? Or you actually innocent, but it's like you'll sit longer trying to defend your innocence than just going ahead and, all right, man, I did it. You be home quicker. So, you know, I know everybody got charges. So everybody I know already got charges. So it ain't no real stigma to me, whether me to take this little bid or whatever. Depending on where you going, it might be a strike for you. You might be accepted just because of that. So it all depends, man. But I done seen a lot of things that need to be changed, bro.
Thank you for sharing your story, man. However I can be of service, you let me know.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely, because you know he gonna probably want me to call you every time he come. But yeah, I'm gonna call you from time to time because I know he definitely gonna want to speak to you.
Do you think he's been encouraged just a little bit, just to make it another day?
Yeah, every day. That's what I try to do. You know what I mean? I try to be that extra little hands for him, his connection to the outside. You know what I mean? Ain't no drama or nothing. So everywhere else with his kids' mother, you know, he dealing with those issues. So when he called me, we just really chop it up.
Sadiq, what's the lesson to young brothers out here who are playing with the streets?
Oh, man. Now that's hard because it's like you gonna deal with it. It's like you gonna really deal with it. Those consequences that they tell you about, you gonna deal with it. It ain't no really, you gonna get around it or nah, you gonna deal with those consequences. And hey, right now, 2021, everybody know what the consequences is. You can Google serious, somebody know the consequences you ask, huh? So you know what I mean? So for some people, it ain't no excuse. It is what it is. It's just that it's like that sector or that little category is gonna always be there because that's part of the system.
How do you think we make Baltimore better?
I mean, me personally, I believe we gotta really start helping those who's coming back into society. We gotta really start giving them some relief and kind of making it a little easier to return.
One more question for kids in school right now. Kids, in high school, any advice to them in terms of going forward?
Well, school is different now. Everybody home, virtual, whatever. I say homeschool your child. That's what I say. Parents, get in there, try to make some time for your children and teach them. Because for real, the way it is, they really don't need us no more to teach them. They're going to learn it from somewhere else. But if you got some time to stay with your children and go ahead and be a parent.
I could really hear that from Jamal about parenting, how important that is to him. Yeah. And that totally smashes the stereotype that black men don't care about their kids. In his situation, that's like the one thing he's holding on to.
Right. Like you said, that number of the population, the prison population that we make up, probably 80% of us are fathers or mothers. So you're dealing with a lot of incarcerated parents that's still trying to some way, shape, form of fashion, whether it's writing letters, making cards, or you know what I mean. They trying to.
Did you know that there's money? Did you know there's COVID money for inmates?
Nah.
You all take 1 second. I knew there was something. There is money.
Yeah, they need some relief. Prison is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
It's very expensive.
A young lady has been on the show. She said up to $1,800 for inmates. Here you go, right here. Get that number right there, 410-908-8319. 410-908-8319.
Hold on,
that's Nikki's number.
Let me get
for anybody out there need money for COVID. You got inmates. Now that is reality, pure truth.
I'm ready to write this number down real quick. What's the number again, Don?
Okay, it's 410-908-8319.
8139. And who number that was?
8319. Yeah, Nikki.
8319.
Yeah, tell everybody. It's PPP money out there, EIDL money. I know people in Portland getting all kinds of checks.
Everybody getting a check. That's what I was telling bro the other day when we was talking. Everybody getting a check.
Yeah, well, we got to get our checks.
Everybody getting a check, getting some type of relief. What about us in there? We was just talking about that.
Well, there you go. Oops, there it is.
Okay.
Nikki is her name. She's been on this show a couple of times. A few times.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm gonna pass on. Because he was asking me about the stimulus check, whether he can get a stimulus check, because I don't think he received one. So he was trying to figure out whether he can get one of them too. I don't know though. I don't know how that go.
So this has been good, man. You never know how the good Lord gonna use you, man. He touched a lot of people, man. He touched hearts with his words, and so did you.
Oh,
and you are good. You're a good person, and I can tell that's your friend. I don't believe in good friend, bad friend. They either your friend or they not.
Right.
You seem to be his friend, and I'm proud of you for that, man. And so
I appreciate that.
However I can be of service, you let me know.
Okay, definitely.
And I have some more numbers I'm going to send to you, including Nicole Mundell. She runs a program in East Baltimore over by Harford Road. Ask her.
Oh yeah, she registered me to vote. She came to the detention center.
Yeah, she's a great resource.
I appreciated that too, because I got registered, even though they wouldn't let me vote. I end up getting checked, and I feel some sort of way about that, because that was the first time I registered to vote, and they wouldn't even let me vote.
What year?
This was just passed.
Mm-hmm.
That
They
just passed.
The Indians call it fork tongue.
Fork tongue.
Fork tongue. That's what the Indians used to call the white man in the cowboy movies. Fork tongue.
Oh yeah.
You know, saying two different things at the
like
same
snake.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
That's
We
messed
made
up.
some noise about that in the election of 2016. They promised ex-offenders the right to vote, and they lied. They lied. They steal. See, I believe you lied to me once. So let me ask you: did you take the COVID shot vaccine?
Nah. I'm still watching. I'm still observing. Everybody
Okay.
I know right now sick. They messed up. They feeling sore. They feeling bad. They talking about they wish they never took it. So I don't know. For real.
Hey man, this has been powerful. Thank you for the opportunity to serve, and you let me know what's next, okay?
All right, I will. I'll definitely hit you up.
Okay. Thank you for watching Black USA.News. This is Donnie Glover. Have a safe night.